Morning, everyone. It's currently almost 8 a.m. It's 7:57, and I have a topic that I'm so excited to talk to you about that I didn't want to wait any longer to release something. So it's cutting Cabal Ritual. I've been pretty unhappy with it the last few months, and we're going to talk about why. So I've been hesitant to cut it because I didn't think that there was anything better to put in its spot, and for the most part, that's still true. But I've never really been able to put into words why I don't like the Cabal Ritual, so I would bring it up in chat groups, and they would just be like, Cabal Ritual is great, and then spam skulls. So, like, memes are funny, I get it, but the heart of my issue was never addressed. And that's in the Epic Storm. Cabal Ritual is literally Black Pyretic Ritual 75, maybe even 80% of the time. Like, you don't hit Cabal Ritual very often. And when you do, it's against blue decks. So, when you look at the blue decks, there's Miracles, Delver decks, and Grixis Control. Against Miracles, your plan is to be fast. Cabal Ritual is not a fast card. Against Delver decks, you want to cast either an early Ad Nauseam or an Empty the Warrens, and Cabal Ritual is fairly weak. It's also easy to hit with Daze and Spell Pierce. Grixis Control, they have tons of discard. Cabal Ritual is amazing. That said, currently resting at 73% against Grixis Control. I don't know if that matchup needs any help. So, part of what dawned on me with that Cabal Ritual wasn't the right card for the deck anymore was that, I'm trying to put this more eloquently, when we made our change to become fast against Miracles, we were bringing in 3 Hope of Girapur. So these would come into our deck, and we wanted to keep Rite of Flames and we wanted to keep Chromox. So we would board out a Mox, we would board out Cabal Ritual, and we would board out a Ponder, and we'd call it a day because we want the 4th Wish and we want the Empty if we're going to be fast. So this was our plan. We're boarding out Cabal Ritual against the fucking blue deck. Like, it's not right. And if you're not keeping Cabal Ritual against blue decks, why are you playing it at all? So, one thing that I've struggled with is people are like, oh, well, it's good against non-blue decks too. You board it out against Eldrazi and other matchups like Death and Taxes. Like, what are these non-blue decks that you're keeping in it against? So, it's something that I've just been, like, really frustrated with, and now's the time to cut it. So, people often say, like, well, you never really gave it a fair shot. I've been playing Cabal Ritual the last 3 months, and it's been fine. Like, there's times where it adds 5 mana, you know, like that 15 to 25% of the time. Like, yeah, it's great. But is it actually what my deck needed at that specific moment in time? Probably not. So, we finally have a deck in the format that's risen to the top of the tier, and that's Miracles. If you missed my article yesterday, I would highly recommend reading that. So, we have Public Enemy #1 now. And Cabal Ritual isn't good there. It's not good against Value decks. It's not good against Chalice decks. So it's not good against Prison, Midrange, or Control. And against other combo decks, it's certainly not good. So, like, where's Cabal Ritual good in the Epic Storm? It's just not. So, I would like to remove Cabal Ritual. Card, gone. So, what helps in these matchups? Well, against combo, more discard. Against Control, discard. Against midrange, not discard. It's pretty much a blank there. Against Prison, discard. Against aggro, more discard doesn't help you. But, that said, decks like Death and Taxes and aggro decks are good matchups. So, I'm advocating for another discard spell. That discard spell to me is another Duress. So, it could be something like a singleton Cabal Therapy, but I don't think Cabal Therapy is very good. And Duress allows you to hit a counterbalance on turn 1, or something along those lines, where our list doesn't play any outs for counterbalance. And if your plan is to be fast, you want more cards in your deck that actually do things. So if you're going to go turn 1 discard spell and your turn 2 win, you need more discard spells. Cabal Ritual doesn't help with any of our game plans, and it's something that I've been really struggling with because it's tough to convince people that what they're doing is wrong, and I don't want to be doing that. I just want to be doing the best thing for me, and when I bring it up to other people, they're just like, no, the Cabal Ritual's been so good for me. And I mean, I've had situations where Cabal Ritual is good for me too. The thing is, you need to be open-minded about how often it's actually good for you. And Cabal Ritual hasn't been very good for me that often. It's just sided out a lot, and there's no matchups where I think it's actually useful. And it's been tough because the 60th slot in our main deck has been moving around ever since the banning of Deathrite Shaman and Gitaxian Probe. But now that we have a more clearly defined metagame, I think it's time to reevaluate that slot. And currently, and it could change down the road, we could go back to Cabal Ritual, but currently, with Miracles being on top of the pyramid, the 8th discard spell makes the most sense to me. And if you think I'm wrong, let me know why. But regardless, I don't see myself playing the Cabal Ritual anytime soon. And if I was to play this deck in a big event in the next few weeks, I'd probably play something that looks like this. 8 discard spells, 8 rituals, all the artifact mana. 14 lanes has been pretty solid. I wouldn't recommend going down to 13. Everything here I like. So this is pretty good. I've been running fairly hot over my last almost 200 matches. I've played a little over 180 matches, and my win percentage over those last 180 is 70%. That's much higher than it was pre-banning. So Storm is definitely in a good spot. I think that we've found a really golden card here with Hope of Ghirapur, and the plans have been working. We have a great team working on this stuff all the time. I think we're just getting a little complacent with our deck list and not evaluating it in the current time. So I'm sorry if I didn't do a good job articulating myself, but I'm fairly passionate about the topic, and I just think Cabal Ritual needs to go. That's all I have time for. I actually need to get going to work. Feel free to leave a message. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you.